They got nothing else to think about but Capo. I did a lot for them in their life, you heard? Both of them. Pause though, get off of my dirt. It's only space on there for baby girl, man. Come on, man. Tugging on my shit like that.
I didn't think it'd be a big deal because you make up with every that put hands on you.
Jimmy Jones.
Jim Jones is coming for 50 Cent after the king of trolling dragged up those infamous Fed tie rumors. Following Jim's feud with his old Dipset brother Cameron, 50 decided to jump in and stir things up. And let's just say he went there, digging up those old Fed tie rumors from Tekashi 6ix9ine trial and throwing some petty jabs about Cam's diss for good measure. But Jim's not here for the games. He's firing back, taking to Instagram with shady captions, showing off in the gym like he's ready for war, and even teasing what looks like a diss track aimed straight at 50. Fans are eating up every second of it, with some wondering if this will just be another rap beef or if it's about to explode into something way bigger between the Fed tie accusations and the Harlem on Harlem shade. This is shaping up to be a serious showdown. Things are getting messy, so let's unpack it. If you're out of the loop on how all this drama started, it ties back to a conversation between 50 Cent and Camron in December 2024 on Cam's It Is What It Is podcast. The two revisited their infamous feud from the late 2000s. The beef between 50 Cent and Dipset has been chaotic from the jump, but things really heated up in 2007 when 50 brought Jim Jones and Juelz Santana on stage at a G-Unit show. While Dipset was already dealing with internal drama, Cameron opened up about it on his podcast, saying he felt disrespected by the move, especially since he was trying to keep the group together at the time. Meanwhile, 50 admitted he pulled the stunt just to cause trouble, and it worked, eventually contributing to Dipset's breakup. Recalling the moment, 50 said he wasn't even sure if Jim would go for it, but he decided to take the shot anyway.
So when me and you were battling during our music thing, you got members of Dipset to come to your show. And I'm like, so I'm sitting there like,
that was
it's kind of smoke, because I wouldn't have thought about reaching out to Yayo or Lloyd Banks. I'm like, it's going public with this?
I'm like, yo.
What was your thought process behind saying, yo, you know what? Songs. What was how did this work? How'd it go?
I was there, I'm in your horse and carriage video. I'm in the pool.
What? You know what? You told me this.
Your horse and carriage video.
You told me this before.
I was in the pool in the horse and carriage.
Wow, that's crazy.
So if you look, like when everybody's there,
right?
Jimmy was not a rapper then.
Right.
He was your man, like on the side, like in the side, just he was not a rapper at all.
Right.
So when Ballin' took place, and I'm looking and I'm going, oh, he having a moment. That's the Lloyd Banks. It's Lloyd Banks thing. He wanted that. He was watching them be that, like Mace be that and Cam be that, and looked at, and it was finally he had one.
Mm-hmm.
And I just looked, and I knew I just took the shot, Murder, to see, because I wasn't sure he was gonna go for it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, we like Jimmy better than you anyway, Cam. Then you gotta watch to see how he responds. And then when you see, he like, oh, you really like that. Hey, get me Jimmy. Yeah, tell him we want him. We want you at the show, Jimmy. You with it? Yeah, but that was one of those things I just threw it out and see what. And then when he bit to it, because it was like he was having a moment that not sure that was going to ever happen again.
In hindsight, Cam admitted that the move was smart, devious, and a total checkmate moment. Jim Jones, however, wasn't happy about his name being dragged into the conversation. He clapped back on Justin LeBoy's podcast, basically telling Cam and 50 to stop mentioning him.
Oh my. Them niggas ain't got nothing else to think about but Capo. I did a lot for them in their life, you heard? Both of them. Pause though, get off my dirt. It's only space on there for baby girl, man. Come on, man. tugging on my shit like
He also pushed back on Cam's claim that he was trying to hold Dipset together, saying Cam wasn't running anything and couldn't control him.
nothing. He could pull nothing together. He couldn't do nothing with me. He couldn't tell me nothing. But let's not get this shit twisted. Like, nobody could tell me nothing. I was my own boss. I did what I did as a soldier because I was a soldier. You heard? I had the soldiers. Didn't tell me nothing. You heard? I did what I wanted to do. I seen it wasn't going right, so I started doing what Jim Jones needed to do for Jim Jones. Because that was supposed to be the Don wasn't taking care of the capo. Started feeling like the Gotti movie, you heard?
But what was the point where you realized I'm gonna have to do what I gotta do? Because
I mean, it's nothing in my memory. Like, yo, that was the last show, but it was just the sequence of the way things was going, and then it came to a point where I had to worry about who Jim Jones was moving forward. Then I was worried about anybody else because nobody else was worried about me. I got to a point where I became famous too. There was a point where all the famous people know me. Then after that, it was like I'm just as famous as all the famous people. I can't do what I used to do for you. You heard? Somebody got to do that for me right now because I'm super lit. You heard? But I put my life on the line for all of you know, and everybody knew that. But wasn't doing the same thing in return. With calling the station up over the cop and all that shit, I felt that was childish. That wasn't, like, you don't press no real buttons and you're not about to come outside when it's time to really get active. So how dare you do some weak shit like that that really didn't hold no merit? Like, you start going crazy over Koch, over a white man that been us since we got signed there, and whatever backdoor deals you had with them serves you more advantageous than it served me. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, so when that went on, I was like, that was kind of weak. That was corny, because at that time, there was no real beef. We was just the most powerful groups of individuals that's running New York at the same time. So in my mind, I was like, it's more advantageous for us to try to figure out how to start to move and do tours and really go crazy and figure out, because that we were sizzling, but this it was on Mars. These wasn't doing regular. It wasn't these doing arenas every night. We doing clubs every night. We got the city and the urban communities on fire and shit like that. In my mind, I see an opportunity for us to really start. You heard? Like, we had all the power and shit like that. My mind ran different and shit like that. So when he did that, I'm like, damn, that all that up. You heard? And then it was like, now you want to start a beef with these over what though?
Not from Harlem. I did not grow up with you. I did not grow up with you. Contrary to what you believe, I did not grow up with you. You are from the Bronx. Did your grandmother live? Did your grandmother live in Harlem? Yes. Did you come see her? Yes. Did I see you time to time? Yes. I did not grow up with you. You talk about dick riding down. That's what this. I would have left you alone. I would have left the old shit alone. But listen, dick riding. Do you remember how we met? Pause. Not met. How you got cool with us? This is how this started. I want y'all to go Google Camron 1995 freestyle.
Lieutenants and pennies with a 44 Johnny Honey, and now I'm in Gotti money. Just wanna be cool, but couldn't piss in my potty money. And the stuff I think you do it in order. That's order, the cops, like a reporter sweating. Buckets of water. I got the jacket running off. It's like looking for a squad. It's like hard tonight. You body shit was
Don't make it a habit, G, or I'ma extinguish two in your cavity.
You was a fan. You begged us. You are a fan. A fan. We didn't grow up with you. I am from 140th and Lenox. I am from NFL. Up the block was 40 Wolves. Lou Simpson's on 142nd Cross Square. D. Ferg on number 8th Avenue. I don't see you around none of this. Shout out to what's the Final Four Billy and them you started. You're not from none of that. So you can sit around and act like you've been around all this Harlem and everything. You ever see somebody from Harlem try to act like they from Harlem so bad that you got to keep saying, I'm from Harlem? From Harlem know who's from Harlem. You don't have to keep saying you from Harlem. So that's first and foremost. All this is on your account. You were fanned out and you begged us to come to your house after you heard all these mixtapes. That's how you got in.
Cam
It'd be a big deal because you make up with every put hands on you. But I see the pattern now. If I read or disagree with you and don't want to take it that route because they got some genuine love for you, you keep going on and on and on. Every that put hands on you or you get to altercation, you cool with them. I see you with C Gutter. Junior Mafia, cool. I see you taking pictures with True Life. It's cool. Me and DC, y'all having sit-downs to work out. Gunshots was let off with that. Y'all having sit-downs to work it out. You tried to chase French Montana out the game, that ain't work out. Y'all got cool. So cool that you go to his video shoot, pardon me, not his video shoot, his movie. You're sitting in the crowd watching the premiere, and they dissing you in the movie. You in the movie getting dissing, you gotta eat it, just sitting in the crowd. Nah, they dissing you in the movie that you went to go see, bro. You ever wonder how you met Mano? Ask him how he met Mano. Mano gonna downplay because they cool now. He tried to press Mano one day because Mano first came out. He had a little record where he was saying, dissing the rappers. I don't know, he's dissing, he said nigga's name. So Jim Plus see Mano one day and was like, yo, what's up with all that saying my name? Mano said, who the f you talking to? Oh, you think I one of them? You out your motherfucking mind? Now they the lobby boys. Every nigga that do something to put pressure on you, you sit there and work it out, but got a little genuine heart for you and all that, cool, that's the pattern. If they don't put hands on you, then you can keep going on and on and on. And I ain't promoting none of this. I think it's cool that you cool with everybody I name. You gonna be 50 next year, nigga. You hear me talk about when you ran on me when BMF pulled up? When you ran in the hotel, they chased you to the beach. All them niggas, and lucky, I had my on me and my man Jojo, I ain't gonna say his name, Spanish, you know him. The Spanish don't care about life, who was with me is like, who all these coming? I said, oh, they come this way. No, and this no disrespect, because Blue's my, Meech my, all that. And Blue Da Vinci just told this story on his platform or whatever platform recently. He got it 89% right. It's a little off, Blue. I'll tell it on Talk with Flea, my perspective of what happened. But at the end of the day, I don't be out there pumping. They chased you to the beach, you was in the sand. You was getting wet from the water, from the ocean. I don't pump that.
50 turned up the trolling with a video that had fans cracking up. In the clip, he pretended to be terrified, begging people to keep his location a secret while hilariously snitching on himself. I'm afraid for my life. I mean, Jimmy is gang gang. LOL. I'm so afraid of Jeru, Jim Jones, and Freaky Zeke that I'm hiding out in Texas. Please, whatever you do, don't tell them I'm in San Antonio. Don't tell them I'm staying at the Four Seasons. By 2020, when Tekashi was about to be released early due to COVID-19, 50 ramped it up again, calling Jim out on Instagram. Now, individual one, you're going to have to tell everybody how you were on tape, in court, on the phone, coaching Mel to super duper violate Shorty, but the feds never picked you up because you're doing your job, confidential informant. Jim clapped back on his own Instagram, dragging 50 for trying to tarnish his name. He posted a picture of Mel Murda and shaded 50, calling him AH and accusing him of rooting for rats. Later, on the Angie Martinez show, Jim admitted the rumors made him angry at first, but said he eventually calmed down and laughed it off. People don't read the facts, they read the gram. It's a big difference. And people use the media to do what they do. They blow everything up out of proportion. As far as my feelings, of course, it took me somewhere else at the moment when I saw it. But then I calmed down, sat back, laughed at it, looked at the person who was dishing it, and thought about it. Fast forward to 2025, and 50's back at it. He posted a picture of Jim looking left out while Jay-Z, Diddy, Fat Joe, and other celebrities were together, captioning it with some petty shade. LOL, individual one calling the shots out here. I know you working, so please don't say gangster stuff to me. And as if that wasn't enough, 50 even posted a clip of Maudollery casually eating popcorn, clearly enjoying all the drama. Jim wasn't about to stay quiet though. That same day, he clapped back hard, accusing 50 of making things up and trying to downplay the taunts. He posted a throwback pic from his Bird Gang era, dripping in nostalgia, with the caption, "Why you keep on lying? Why you keep on lying? LOL. I'm going back to sleep. Hashtag free Mel Matrix. It's reverse." This was a shout out to his close friend Mel Matrix, who's currently serving a 135-month sentence for racketeering charges and was part of the infamous wiretap call. But Jim wasn't done. He's clearly ready to take things to the booth. He teased fans with a snippet of what sounds like a diss track aimed at Camron.
Jenny Jones.
Then, I swear I knew Jim was going to post a Jim picture after the interview dropped. Not everyone was here for the drama. Though point one fan tried to play peacemaker, man, y'all too grown to be going back and forth. Champ, pull up on each other and talk it out. All this beefing and fighting is corny. Even with the mixed reactions, Jim's Jim flex had people talking, and it's clear he's not backing down anytime soon. But what do you think? Is Jim about to drop a diss track, or will he handle this beef differently? Let us know in the comments, and make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you're always in the loop. Trust me, you won't want to miss what we got coming next. It's even messier.